Da-da-da. Hello, honey. Uh, okay. Hold on. I'm messaging someone. Okay, so happy excuse me, spring equinox to those of you who are celebrating well, who are still in the same day. And it was raining all day, so I got a lot of work done. Of course, when it's raining, you should always do some spiritual work. But I'm stopping through to share a few things with you. And I hope that you find comfort in this. No plan. Anyway, so of course, we are back, honey. Shout out to those who joined. See, I always say this too, honey. Listen, please just when you have a chance, check out the blog spot. Join anything you want to join with. Please don't tell me you're going to do it. I kid you not. 99% of the time, people say they're going to join an event and or they're going to pay for a product, they don't. So please just go check out that product if you don't want to get blocked. Okay. Hello. Let's keep it moving. So anyway, so we're bringing some stuff back to tie up March. Ow, what? Spring. I hope y'all spring equinox was good, honey. It was great over here, honey. We did a lot of stuff today. And shout out for those of you who joined the spring equinox. As I said before, honey, you walked over with a lot of information, and you know what you can do. You can always reach out to me. Any day, all day. You know what number to call. You got my private number, not the business number. For everybody who joined the spring equinox, you got my actual private number. So you can call the number anytime and I'll pick up the phone call. Instead for your call while I'm doing this video, I will not pick it up. Anyway, so we're doing some deals back. We're bringing some stuff back. What about the sex magic class? Yes, I got so many questions about that. So we brought it back and I kind of amped it up a little bit. So, of course, we're talking about, I get so many emails about bodily fluids. And if I spit on this, will this work? If I put my poop there, would it work? Would I do? If I spit, if I cry, what happens if I cry in somebody else's house? Yes, girl, tears does some things as well. We'll go over that. So this just give you a little background about it. And some people just misuse their bodily fluids, don't even understand. And I even going to go into like nails and hair and all that good stuff too, because a lot of people don't understand how important it is to not leave your hair, nails, blood, anything in anyone's, belong. Oh God, I don't want to think about it, honey. Even going along the lines of when someone passed on, and let's say if someone died through like gun violence and or there was a bloody scene, people typically go to that location, light some candles as a visual, and to kind of hopefully that spirit find peace. And they don't do that consciously. Some of them do that unconsciously. They just do it as a visual, to say rest in peace to whatever. But in all honesty, if you have a relative that have died somewhere and their blood was there, whether or not they're gone or not, that blood is still potent, and it's important to get in and do that work. But anyway, I won't go into that because we're going to say that for the class. So I break down each fluid. I'll tell you the potency of each fluid, also how to go about using it correctly, plus more. I will not put into this live chat because, of course, there's haters that are always watching, and I want to keep my stuff in my lane. Okay. So, of course, like I said, I did two more parts to it, honey. And so now this is a 3-part class, honey. And of course, you could pay for each class separately. Okay. You could pay for each part separately. You could pay for all 3 of them together. Okay. So part 1 will go over bodily fluids and how to use them in your works to make them potent. And we'll also break down that information on a cellular level, plus a little bit of more stuff. Okay. Second part will be sex magic part 1. So this one we actually get into using the body parts. The fingers, the tongue, and the genitalia and all that good stuff to get your teas going. Which we will go into techniques and also spirit evocation and invocation to use in the works. That's right, honey, because every time you're ready to, feel good about yourself, there's always some spirits waiting around to steal that energy. Even when you're upset, there's spirits that are always around waiting to snatch that energy from you, honey. Kind of like when a baby is there sleeping and those cats like to go around those babies and try to take their breath. That's what those demons are doing with you and other spirits. But either way, we'll go over the proper way of summonings, conjuring up certain spirits, so that way you are protected while you're having that while you're getting it on. Let's talk about it. And sex should always rejuvenate you. You should not feel totally drained after sex. And if you do, like, there's a recovery period, but not like 3 or 4 hours, honey. Like, you should be able to recover in 10 minutes and back at it again, honey. Okay. But we'll talk about that. And whether you're using this magic solely or in a group setting, I will go over all that. So you do solo, or you do in a group setting. This will be unbiased. I will go over, you know, uh, rituals or techniques for both male and female, gay, straight, transgender, it doesn't matter. Okay. So all that will be covered. This will be an unbiased class. And of course, if you viewer discretion will be advised for all these classes. Let's talk about it because we're gonna get nasty. So we're gonna get nasty to the point. And if you got some sensitive ears and oh my God, I don't want to hear about that. I can't think about that. Well, then it's not going to be the class for you. So, and we'll also, like I said, give you techniques for seducing other people. Yes, honey, girl, you'll be surprised. And also using this to build creative energy with others, which is why our ancestors, for those of you who practice magic, our magical ancestors used orgies, and they were very promiscuous. The art of prostitution. I'll kind of go into detail of how that really got started. And of course, they're going to tell you there was a demand for men who were stationed in the military and they needed some extra fun while their wife was at home. So they start doing that. But girl, bye. It's a lot deeper than that. Okay, let's talk about it. Nothing is new under the sun, honey. And before military came about, girl, they were still doing some teas. Anywho, we'll talk about the front, the back, the side, and all that. We'll go into the techniques of the, Alta Major cortex. We'll go into the chakras in the back, and we'll talk about the chakras in the front. Okay, anyway. So going into the third part, it'll be part 2 to sex magic. We will go over what to do if sex magic backfires, because yes, sometimes it does backfire. That's why I say you only do your magic when you're focused. And I'll talk about this in part 1, how to go about doing your works, because sometimes people, they're not putting their all into the work. They're going off of their emotion. And that's what causes magic to backfire. Regardless of sex magic, it doesn't matter what type of magic it is. It will backfire if you're not confident in your work. So confidence is always key in being comfortable. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So I will go over what to do if it does backfire. Let's say, for example, you're using the works to seduce a man that may possibly decide to rape you, because there are stories of that. I have girlfriends and friends of girlfriends that use sex magic to get a certain type of man and a certain type of woman, and it backfired on them. Some girls have gotten stabbed, some girls have been murdered, including 1 or 2 guys I've known. Actually, one for sure. The other one, it was hearsay. I don't know, never met him. So either way, things did happen. So, of course, that's all spiritual, and I'll go over what to do if that ever happened. We will also talk about the manifestation of sexual transmitted demons, and spiritual practices and techniques to dissolve them. A lot of people do not know this, but there's a lot of stuff out there that is not curable, quote unquote, and they're saying that because it's not curable by man-made medicine. But there's a lot of stuff out there that you could definitely dissolve about your damn body, because like I said, I've had my experiences, not with no AIDS or syphilis or gonorrhea or none of that, thank God. But I've known people who have those things, and I've kind of helped to relieve those symptoms. That's what I'm gonna say, because I'm not trying to get any I'm not trying to get any any system or anything after me, even though I got something for you on all levels. But it doesn't matter. I'm not trying to stir up that. So like I said, there is things out there that you could do to kind of send those demons back to where they came from. And of course, there's scriptures out there that speak about these things and how to break it down. As I said before, when people say, I don't really need the Bible because I'm not a Christian, and it's kind of like, girl, are you kidding me? Everything spiritual is in the Bible, but a lot of people don't understand the Bible. And that's why I started offering the Bible Magic class, as well as the Bible Magic Bible study group, so we can break down metaphorically the meanings behind the scriptures, so you can understand how the scriptures work and you can use them to make your life better. Hello! Come on now, let's talk about it. Okay, and this will be available until March the 27th. Those who purchase the first part or all 3 parts by the 22nd will get a surprise introduction video on the 23rd, and it will be live. If you mix the live, you will get a replay of that. And like I said, this is something you don't want to miss, because I think everybody could benefit from this, unless you are asexual, which means you don't have sex with other people or you're not into other people. This will not be for you. But if you like to get down, it doesn't matter if it's with a man or woman, yourself, because some people are not into, they're celibate, what they say, but they're not celibate with themselves. Girl, bad. Anyway, Anyway, so either way, like I said, there's options here. You can get part one for 40, part two for 40, part three for 40, and or you get all three for $100. How about that? And you have to select that button, honey. Okay. If you decide to do part one, to say, okay, I think I want to do part two, then you got to pay separate for that, honey. Okay, moving on. Now we're going back into the Bible magic class. Shout out to those of you who already joined the class and the book club. Yes, if you already joined the class, you already got your videos. You got your final video today. If you are joining the Bible study, I will send you a surprise video due to the postponement of that. Because, of course, I was offering classes. I wanted to tie those classes up because I'm offering these classes. I like to be in that spirit and I don't want to go back and forth or mix things up or drop certain stuff in certain classes. I want to keep the classes on the topic that it is dealing with. So, like I said, we are bringing the Bible magic class back and the book club option back. And of course, a lot of people misinterpret the Bible. Whether you are a Christian or an atheist, you will still benefit from the Bible. Of course, we have allowed other people to dictate and determine what the Bible scriptures really mean. And in all honesty, everybody's perception is differently. So you have to read it for yourself and feel with your heart of hearts what those messages are saying to you. But of course, people who know the Bible, who has tapped into that energy, who have worked with the Bible for a very long time, honey. Okay, and to me, 10 years is a very long time. I would even say 7 years, because 7 years later, you're not even the same person. And everything happens in a 7-year cycle. But I won't go into that. So, of course, the church leaders will keep this from you, as many spiritualists will, to keep you subordinate and or weaker than them. So you can always come to them every damn Sunday, every other Wednesday, to lean upon the judgment of this man. But in all honesty, all people are blind for other people, and you can catch that too if you want to, but I won't go into that. So either way, you can read a little bit about that stuff, and I would teach you how to decode the scriptures and how to use them in your life in magical practices. It's not always about burning candles and doing this stuff for your, magically, oh, I'm scared of magic. But listen, you can still read the Bible and use this as a daily word of encouragement. And in fact, there's books out there that are called like daily devotions that allow you to read scripture and to study them and let them sink in with you. And like I said, it's not about you being a Christian or not, because the Bible speaks about many deities and many spirits. And unfortunately, when people are even saying that there are black magi's, but they don't use the Bible, girl, bye. Even Satanists use the Bible for workings, because you can use it for white or black magic, good or evil. It just doesn't matter. Magic is in the hands of the beholder, and the same thing with the Bible, as well as the Quran, but we'll keep it off the Quran. Let's keep it on the Bible for now. So I would teach you how to use them daily in your life and correctly. And like I said, the invocation and evocation of spirits and how it could benefit you. Okay, we're going to talk about reversing generational curses, and also reawakening your divine power. Now, going into this, I do want to pull up a little slide here. Good, y'all can't zoom in and see all the other class. This is a little snippet from the Bible class. And I'm just giving you some examples of here of really understanding scriptures. Although people always speak about the book of Psalms as if that's the only power out there. And yes, David was a powerful king, but David was not the only a magical person or, being. There was even a prophet by the name of Nathan or Nathaniel that actually came to David and actually prophesied over David about his son or about his life, including his son Solomon. But like I said, I won't go into that because you have to get into that too if you want to, and or join the Bible study class. Anyway, so going into Zacharias 9:8, you read that 9 times. Upon awakening for 3 days, and you will restore your physical and mental strength. A lot of people say, girl, you got a lot of energy. You be popping pills. You be snorting pills on that. Girl, bye. If you knew how to unlock the spiritual power that you naturally have, because you are an electrically charged being, you have electricity running through your body. If you knew how to tap into that energy without the use of other substances, you would be the same way that I am, honey. A natural high is the best high you will ever ever have. Let's talk about it. Psalms 36:8, read every day at 3 p.m. That's right. 3 p.m. is considered the miracle hour. A lot of you don't know that. 3 a.m. is the witching hour. 3 p.m. is the miracle hour. Let's talk about it, honey. Hello, get into the scriptures. I won't break down that Bible for you. We'll wait for the Bible study class to break down why 3 is so powerful or considered a miracle hour, because it is in the Bible for 3 weeks, and it will bring you success in your business. Now, of course, it's not the only thing you would do. There's other things you would have to do, and we talk about that in the Bible study discussion group. Okay, Matthews 11 verse 10, you read that 3 times for 3 weeks, and you will attract a good lover. Now, I won't tell you how to go about that. Like I said, you have to join the Bible study class if you want to get the full description of that. And I don't even give this secret out when you get casework with me, because of course, there's a reason for that. Anyway, so we go into Lamentations. I spelled wrong. It's Lamentation 113. You read 7 times for 7 days, and it will give you protection from evil spirits. Now, although people say, oh, well, that's simple. Is all scriptures like this? No, every scripture is different. There are some scriptures that you have to actually read 222 times on a Sunday and or before the full moon, and you have to do it 3 days before the full moon for it to be fully effective. There's some scriptures that you have to read about 49 times, and you have to read these scriptures during the waning of the moon, 3 days after the full moon, and it has to be on that date. You can't go after that. So like I said before, there's different scriptures for different things, and we will go over that in the Bible study discussion. And like I said before, those of you who already joined and those of you who will join, $99 is worth, listen, that's going to be a great investment. Trust me when I tell you this. And I don't have to, you don't have to believe my word. Take it, sign up for it, keep it moving, because I'm not here to sell myself. Those who are meant to get it will get it, and those of you who are not meant to get it will not get it. And like I said before, that's why I don't slam things down people's throats, and I don't get you to try to join, honey. So like I said, if you want to know more about different scriptures, including Deuteronomy scriptures, Psalm scriptures, or just say every scripture in the Bible, of course, we will go over the major scriptures, and I think scriptures that will be beneficial to you all, even those of you who joined the discussion privately. If you're like, listen, this is what I'm plagued with right now, I will teach you how to go within and how to get access to what book best suits you, because of course, there's different chapters in the book, and each chapter in those books speaks to different people out there, just like each book is divided into different chapters. Some people will live out of the book of Daniel. Some people live out the book of Kings. Some people will live out the book of Zechariah. Some people live out the book of Matthews, Mark, either way, Isaiah. These books are relating to different lineage lines, different bloodlines, and different personality types. But a lot of people do not know that because, like I said before, they read the basic instructions of the Bible instead of going within. Nothing about you is basic, and nothing about the Most High is basic. So I want you to understand that everything that is in those books are meant for you to grasp and to know. And the reason why people will try to deter you away from it, because you will wake up and you will know exactly what they know, and you will see the foolery that you will see how full of shit they are. Let's keep it like that. Okay. So there's two options. Like I said, you could do the class and or the book club. Yeah. In the class, we talk about minor stuff. Yeah, just a little bit of stuff. We keep it cute though. We talk about the 7. We talk about some of the prophets, and I give you little trips on how to work certain things, even certain days, and the crossing of certain things to protect yourself while you're in the spirit. Can we talk about it? Okay. And in the discussion, because we have 4 to 6 weeks, we can talk about things in depth. So I will go over scriptures in Matthew, Mark, Peter, and there's a whole bunch of other scriptures that I won't mention in here that you will definitely benefit from. I guarantee you. And Matthew, Mark, and Peter, those 3 books right there just alone, if you read those books, honey, you would probably relate to that on a personal, interpersonal, and or possibly not so personal level. But you would definitely benefit from those books, especially the books of Peter. Okay, the book of Peter, or the books that are dealing with Peter. There's different books. Ecclesiastics, you got Philippians, you have Samuel, you got a whole bunch of books that deal with Peter. Either way, I will also include a bonus video for those of you who sign up for the book club, but I'm only going to say that for those of you who've already signed up for the book club and or will sign up for the book club before the 22nd. You will get that bonus video. If you sign up for it after that, you will not get the bonus video. Of course, the benefits to sign up with the book club is weekly group discussions. You may possibly get even invited to other book clubs free of charge. Okay, because I think you might if I think you will benefit from that book club and you're like, listen, funds are a little tight right there, that's fine, honey. You go ahead and you can drop on in for free. Let's talk about it, honey. Okay. And please don't email me and say, well, can I join it for free? Because money's a little tight for me. Girl, bye. You will get ignored. Okay. You have access to videos made privately only for the book club. That's right. People that join the book club, this book club and our other book clubs, we will have either private group discussions more than once a week. We could do it every other day. It just depends on my schedule, your schedule. And or there will be books available only to you, and you have access to these videos, whenever you need them. Okay, your consultation fees will be waived while we're doing this. If you feel like you want to do some work during these 4 to 6 weeks, you won't have to pay for a consultation because, of course, in the weekly group discussions, you will talk about your issues, and you don't got to pay me another fee so we can discuss those issues. Like we already talked about it. You told me what problems were plaguing you, and we kind of already went over that. So we don't have to be redundant, and you don't got to pay me for that. Okay. And of course, you would get support while learning because, of course, you can always reach out to me. You will have an email and or possibly a phone, depends on what type of person you are. Okay, to reach out and say, I was reading this scripture and I didn't understand it, and we could walk over it. One thing about me is, I grew up in the church, and although I grew up in the church, I fell out of the church because the spirit of discernment came up over me, and I was able to quote the Bible. I was going to say the book, because the Bible is the book. Let's talk about it. It is the book of the books. Hello. And I was able to decode those books, and I went at it with pastors and ministers, deacons. They were my relatives, and girl, they couldn't take it. I'm like, honey, you don't know what you know. So it kicked me out. But either way, things were revealed to me, and I was able to break it down word by word. And that's why it's so important to read scriptures more than once. And maybe that's why when you go to church, y'all will read the same 1,600 pages for 30 damn years and not really grasp what that story is telling you. And or you might read the Bible, you might read Isaiah's 11 verse 7, whatever. You might read, okay, we'll just say Isaiah. You might read any scripture from Isaiah. I don't want to give out no teas in this little introduction thing that I'm doing. And you may not understand it in January. Then February you reread it, then you say, I know what this scripture mean. And then March you read it, you say, I know what this mean. And then April, right? And then each person you told, they're like, well, that's not what you said back in February. So you will get a different understanding of that because you did not sit down and study that scripture. Even going into words, different words have different meanings. So if they talk about grabbing an apple and poking you in the eye, you might think that they really mean about poking you in the eye, but the eye could be different things. Your mouth is considered an eye. Get into it. You got the bottom lip and the top lip. You got the bottom eyelid and the top eyelid. Going directly into your mouth, there's a chakra there. Okay, let's talk about it. Going into your anal cavity, that is an eye as well. Can we talk about it? Going into your vagina, there's an eye there as well. So at the end of the day, an eye is not just an eye. Okay, let's talk about it. And that's what people say, I am. And they say, they change EYE or I to EYE because, of course, like I said before, I am who I am. You are what you speak. You are what you put in you. And you are what comes out of you. Let's get into it. And all through things I said that are eyes, things come in and things exit out of. Let's talk about it. Anyway, yes, honey. So this will be available until March the 27th. And like I said, it'll be for about 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah, so we have 4 to 6 weeks to learn together and grow together. And like I said, if you sign up for this class before March the 22nd, you will get a bonus video sent to you on March 23rd. And there you go. Yeah, the club. If you sign up for the class, you can sign up for that whenever. But the club, you will get the bonus video. Okay. And then, of course, why'd I put sex magic there? Oh, I'm gonna have to edit that. Sex is on my brain. Excuse me. Okay, yeah, honey. You probably know what I was doing last night. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Now we getting a little here. Okay, and if you want another price thing, it is 25 for the class and it is 99 for the actual Bible study, which I think is worth it. You're probably getting over $1,000 value for only $99. Okay, honey. Okay. Now we talking here. Now we're talking about the Black Candle Magic class. What? Okay. Black candles has been given a bad rap due to the history and the first go-to candle for black magi. And I quoted that because everyone who says that they're a black magician, I'm a black witch, I do black magic. It's like, okay, girl, sure you do. But anyway, if they're fooling people, that's their prerogative, not mine, honey. I'm in my lane. This is me and my tea over here, and real recognize real. Anyway, but black candles have so many purposes, and a lot of people don't talk about it. And I've experimented. One thing about being a great magi and or a great musician, spiritualist, witch, sorcerer, however you want to call yourself, because every day there's gonna be a new term coming out. They're gonna call themselves water walkers next or water transporters next, whatever. But I have experimented with black candles on different things, and I've noticed that a lot of things has actually worked out. I'm like, girl, what? They didn't say that that worked for that. Why would that work for that? But of course, there's a secret I learned. So we'll talk about that. Even some purposes, like I said, that will blow your mind due to my experimentation that no one talks about. I will be giving you a history of the black candles as well as ritual setup live on cam. You will see how to set up black candles for different purposes. And right off the top of my head, there's probably well over 23 different exercises that we could do. And of course, the proper way of burning black candles, even as far as getting gifted black candles. I love black candles, but I'm not a fan of people buying me black candles and giving me a black candle. Okay, I'm not a fan of that. Now, of course, if I trust you and I'm coming to you to buy something from you, yes, but for someone to knock randomly on your door and say, here's a black candle, sis, or I probably say, I got a whole bunch of black candles just sitting up over here, sis. You want me to sing you some? No, the hell I don't. You can keep those things, honey. Anyway, so I will teach you also the do's and the don'ts and special techniques that you will not find nowhere on the web. Can we repeat that again? Special techniques, special, because we're all special in our own way, and that you will not find anywhere on the internet. Whether you want to learn black candle for the black arts or black candle for other arts, because yes, there's other arts outside of black candle or black magic arts or the black arts, and there's other arts outside the white arts. There's so many types of arts out there, so many types of techniques out there that are not available on google.com, and or you cannot go get a book in the library. You have to know people that know people, and or have connections to sources to get certain books, and these books cost like $700, $3,000. I told y'all I seen a book that was like $9,785, and that book had some crazy stuff in it. Now I did not buy that book, obviously, because I'm not a girl buy. You have any Louis Vuitton bags I can get with that, honey? Girl, bye. Girl, that's a down payment for a house. Girl, bye. Girl, you know how much gold and silver I can invest with that? Girl, anyway. But this book, girl, you got to see previews of the book, and I'm like, damn, is this what Beyonce be doing? Is this what Lady Gaga be doing? Is this what they doing? I just had that out there, y'all. But anyway, this class is for you. In the all-purpose class, we covered simple tricks and other uses of black candles, and that's $33. In the Black Magic Advanced class, which is the where I'm going to talk about doing heavy work with that, and this I'm going to also go over techniques that I do when I do my Abyss deep level work. $6 is worth it because I'm gonna teach you how to do works that I charge $1,500 to do, that I charge $300 to do, that I charge $700 to do. So, like I said before, you will benefit from that, and you could choose either or of what you want to do because everybody's not interested in doing heavy works. A lot of people that claim to be magicians and are drawn to spirituality, they're afraid of actual magic, and that's why spirit does things to them. Once you have knowledge of certain things, I'm going to kind of throw this out there. Once you learn the secrets of how to defend yourself, the chances of you having to defend yourself will be almost instantaneously. It's kind of like for people out there, if you know this, you can verify this. So for those of you who have taken CPR, It's a proven fact that literally within 3 weeks of you taking that course, a lot of people that take that course will end up having to perform CPR on someone. And that's just how it is with anything. Once you gain the knowledge on something, you have to use it. And if not, you will be tested, you will be tested, and you will lose. And I want to say that again. When you learn about things and you do not use it or you do not learn how to use it, you will be tested. And if you don't know how to use it, you will fail. That's why a lot of people go into their Wiccan thing. And there's no cut into any Wiccans out there. Like I said, there's a perfect transitional state of place. But that's not the only type of, people who are Wiccan and they say that they're usually babies in magic. But either way, if you are, people that are scared, they go into that, well, I'm Wiccan, so I don't have to worry about it because I believe in the threefold rule. And it's like, honey, if that's keeping your ass broke, sick, and ain't getting what you need in life, then I wish you the best, honey. That's worse than being a damn Christian. No tea, no shade. Okay, being locked down into some dogmatic beliefs because you don't know the truth and or you're afraid of the truth. And that's really what it is. A lot of people are afraid of the truth, and they'll sit here and say, oh, God. No, you're afraid, honey. You're afraid. Just be honest. Say, I'm afraid. I've been doing this for so long, but I'm still afraid. Be real. And that's going to set you free. So either way, like I said, viewer discretion is advised for all these classes, especially this one, because everyone is not ready for this type of work. This is going to be some heavy work. We will go over the proper techniques of cleansing yourself and your space and your surrounding areas before performing this work. And I will always tell you some tricks and tips on while you're doing the heavy work, what to stay away from and the type of people to stay away from. If you have children, if you are married, I will also go into some techniques with that. If you are single, honey, you're going to be better at this because you don't have to really worry about that. But if you have children and or you're married, there are precautions that you will have to take, extra precautions you have to take. And I would tell you exactly what you need to do. So that way they're not affected by it and there's not lingering energy. So it could backfire on you. Because once again, backfiring spells that backfire on people is usually through people doing it improperly and or having doubt and fear before doing the work. Okay. So this class is available until April the 1st. Yes, for you to join this class, both classes will be live. And if you missed, you can catch the replay. Yes. And of course, for those of you who sign up, let's say by the 23rd, I'm going to throw a little extra tip in there too, which I will not mention here. So, of course, you have the basic all purpose for $33, and then you have the advanced class for $66, which you're still saving because normally for my class, I make you pay a $33 registration fee. And we're not doing that here. What I am going to do is too, for those of you who sign up for this course and you've taken other courses, whether you are, well, you have to be a previous student to do this. If you've taken 3 other advanced classes, you will get a certificate of completion. And if you have not, then like I said, I guess you would just learn some things. I guess I don't know, but anyway, that's really it. That's really it. And happy March Madness, honey. Yes, treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. That's right. Anytime you deal with me, you're never cheating yourself because I don't cheat myself. And I like to treat people how I'd want people to treat me. I would hate for me to spend some money with somebody and they try to cut me short and or cheat me out my damn coin, honey. Because okay, I just might. Anyway. So that's really it. I'm going to see who's in the live right now. And I have to, okay. Yes, there's only 2 of you, honey. Congratulations. Yes, honey. I am, okay. Yes, honey, listen, all day today, we were drinking some teas, honey. Not drinking like drinking water, drinking green teas, drinking yerba mate, drinking water, and I'm actually wanting some solid food right now. I want some solid food. So Hello, Rose. Hello, Tasha. Yes, honey. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, Riverwolf. Good morning. Yes, yes, yes. Um, Rose, anybody that purchased any products last week, your products will be sent off this week. Of course, it is Wednesday tomorrow. I had to, get ready for the spring teas. What I am gonna start doing is I know typically I said that my stuff is gonna take 3 to 7 weeks to prepare your oil, sometimes 14 days. What I'm going to start doing is I'm going to actually start having stuff on hand already. So 3 days after, unless of course you want a little longer. Because some people are like, I don't really need that extra stuff. Okay, so if you don't want the extra stuff, I could send your stuff off within 3 days of you actually purchasing. Okay, and it also depends on how many orders come before you, because I try to do my orders based off of order received. That's why I was really pushing it to seven days. But either way, like I said, we could do 3 days too. If you don't want no extra teas upon it, you're like, listen, I don't care about it being prayed over extra. I just want my product. Then I can send it off extra. If you do want that extra time outside the normal time, then there may be some extra fees with that. Maybe that's how I'll start reversing the tea, because I already pray over my base oils, and then while I'm making the oils, so extra energy is good, as but of course when you get it, you're also going to charge it. And I always tell people, be clear with your intention. If your magic is not manifesting, you're not being clear enough with your intention. Okay, if your magic is not working out the way that you're wanting it to work out, and you've been given the tools to work those things out, especially got work with me because I go over everything, I go in depth with things, then you are not giving it your all. You cannot please two gods at one time, as the saying goes. Okay, and you can apply that to anything in your life. You cannot say, I want to bring this new love into my life, okay, but then turn around and still want to eat your hot Cheetos, which is the love of your life. Okay, can we talk about it? Okay, you can have two loves of life at one time. Even when it comes down to like your children, your wife, and your mother, you have to prioritize. Somebody comes first. And I would say your kids come before your marriage, and then your marriage come after that, then your parents come after that. That's what I would say. But you can't juggle children, marriage, and family, or mother and father, because then it's going to get nasty. Then the children are going to be feeling neglected or abandoned. The wife or the husband will feel the same way. The mother, then they start getting into fights and stuff too. Girl, bye. You need to let them be, your parents are your parents, but they're not sleeping with you every day, honey. They're not giving you that sexual healing, baby. Okay. Hello. And your kids didn't ask to be here. That's why I said your kids come first, because they did not ask to be here. So because you brought them here, they become your everything. Your partner, like I said, they come second, and then your parents come after that, honey. Listen, I love my parents dearly, but when I get a man, they're not becoming first. Can we talk about it? They're not being number one. Okay. Same thing with Anubis. Anubis will always be in front of my man. You hear me? Because he didn't ask for me to adopt him. I got him. He want to be free in the mountains, and he want to run. All dogs and cats want to roam the jungle and stuff. So I got him. So he will always be before a man. And if a man can't understand that, then I'm not the one. Hello. Anyway, I have a shout about you early spiritual days. Can I ask? Go ahead. Go ahead. Ask me, honey. Okay, come on, Rose. Okay, Rose, you need all those extras. Well, listen, you got a lot of extra tea. Okay, come on, Rose. You got an extra tea. Hey, come on, Rose. You got the extra tea. Hey, extra tea. Come on, extra tea. Come on, extra tea. Oh, extra tea. You got the row. Hey, you got the extra tea. Mm. Okay, you got the extra tea, Rose. Hold on, let me. I've been in my house for 2 days. I feel like I'm going. I feel like I have cabin fever. Okay, most men cannot leave and cleave. Hope you're doing good. I am doing good. Thank you, Cat V. How are you? How are you, honey? It's been a long time, Kat. If your early years practicing, oh, in your early years practicing witchcraft, did you ever test your abilities, like breaking up someone's secure relationship or something, just to prove things to yourself? Of course I did. But you know what? I learned, Riverwolf. See, that's a little hard because that's what separates ego from spirituality. To be a spiritual, to be a spiritual being, you have to separate yourself from ego. And ego is the only thing that has to prove something to say, damn, you got it. That's the only thing that ego, greed, ego, that level, that's what makes you, and of course that can equal into insecurity. When you're confident or you're secure in your abilities, you don't got to test it. But I did test out certain things. And the first thing that I did was seduce someone that probably wouldn't even liked me without even doing the work. And I was young. I was young at that time. I was probably about 14 years old. And then I've even done other stuff outside of that, like cause problems with people. Chaos magic, disorderly conduct, that type of stuff. So yes, I did do things to try to test my ability. And then of course, no matter how long you do magic for, every time you do magic is like you're doing something new, because every time we do magic, I speak for myself, I get new ideas. So nobody's work is done the same way. And that's why I would say, like, magic is not predictable, and magic should always come from your heart. And each spell you do, it could be the same spell you did for 20 damn time, 20 damn, you could be doing the same spell for 20 years. Each time you do it is going to be different, because spirit comes to you and say, this needs that, this person needs that. And like I said, I blow my own damn mind because I thought I knew everything because I read books, people who've experienced told me things, but based off my own experiences, I said, well, why did that work for me? Because that's not supposed to work for that. According to this book, that herb is for only this, but when I put this herb in that did that. Yes. Any backlash? Of course. Yes. Yes. That's how I learned to keep ego out of your work. This is why the biggest rule about magic is, do not do your works off of emotion. Don't do black magic on people because you're upset at them. Try to reason with yourself first. Okay. And if you're trying to do love work or to attract things to you, think to yourself, what can I do differently before doing this work? What made me want to resort to this work? Because you want to make magic your last resort. Some people will make magic their first resort, and I always tell them that's not the greatest idea. You want to do the physical stuff first and then see what happens. So yes, I have had some backlash from magic. Yes, I have. You think me cutting my foot open, people are saying that was somebody putting spells on me, girl, bye. Then you would have probably thought when I was 12 years old, when I had a hanger go through my foot. That's why I don't have wired hangers, and I don't like wired hangers, and I don't go around people that have wired hangers, because I stepped on a wired hanger that went through my damn foot when I was like, what, 12 years old? The first time I was 12, the second time I was 14 and a half. I got a zipper caught up in some stuff. I won't say what it got caught up in, but zipper got caught up in some stuff, honey. And we can even talk about where my whole world got flipped upside down. Okay. And backlashes is not always you doing something magically and it went wrong. Backlash is also knowing what you have to do magically and you don't listen. That's why I always tell people, when you have bad experiences, it's not always people putting curses on you. A lot of times it's spirits retaliating against you, because you came to spirit for something and then you got provided the information that you needed and you said, nope, I can't do it. No, I'm too afraid. And that's what happened to me 2008 to 2010. That's why I had a series of bad luck, because I knew what I was supposed to do. And I said, nope, I'm gonna let other people tell me what to do. So I'm gonna stop. And everything happened bad to me. No, I did not. I've not checked my email all day today, Rose. All day today. I will be checking it though before I go to bed. That's right. Come on, Cat V. It's raining too. Perfect time for readings when it's raining. Yes, come on, Cat V. It's raining. It's been raining for 2 days actually. Perfect time for reading. What made you ask about the backlash and stuff, River Wolf? I think every real witch have had backlash, and that's how you learn not to do certain things through your backlashes. Because then you said shit. That's why you keep a grimoire or a book of shadows to write down what you've done. So if it does backfire, you say, "Oh shit, I think I did that wrong." Because I know people that have a lot of backlashes. I'm not going to be cutting in. I'm not going to say anything. But I know people that were doing protection work. They were using the wrong stuff, and it actually caused things to boomerang back and hit them, and it messed up a lot of stuff. Finances, physical stuff, including their health was affected. And I told them instantly, nobody put nothing on you. That was you. And of course, they didn't understand that. Like, what do you mean it was me, girl? What do you mean? Yeah, you did something incorrectly and you added stuff to it that was not supposed to be there. And even though your intention was pure, herbs and resins have certain abilities naturally, and you cannot retrain those herbs to do different services. Okay. You cannot use jasmine flower to curse somebody with. Okay. Hello, Day. Excuse me. I'm over here burping. Okay. Come on. Come on, River Wolf. Yes. Test something out. I would say this some rules to not make things backlash is do your work with confidence, know what you're doing and why you're doing it. Those are the two major things I would I would say to prevent any backlash. To prevent any backlash, to prevent anything from coming back and biting you. And those I would say those are the rule of thumb, honey. Rule of thumb. Confidence goes a long way. Come on. Ow. Confidence goes a long way. But thank God my backlash as River Wolf was not that bad compared to other people. I know people that were trying to do some heavy stuff right off the bat. That's why people like you don't gotta go to spiritualists to do work. You could do your work yourself, girl. Bah. Go ahead and do some heavy work, and you're a beginner, and watch what happens. You have to crawl before you walk, and this is why people that offer spiritual services are there. Of course, you don't have to go to them every time you need help, but for the major stuff, you need someone who is trained. Same thing with self-proclaimed witches. A self-proclaimed witch or a self-initiated witch or witch that taught themselves will never have the ability and or the power to do certain things as someone who was initiated by an authentic spiritualist, because of course it's about taking energy, and it's like putting up training wheels on a bike. When you're self-taught, you don't have training wheels. When you're self-taught, you just pick up the bike and you get on and you ride it. So you bump your knee, you scrape your head, you bust your head open, and God forbid you don't die. You don't hit the asphalt and just die instantly. But when you are trained by someone who knows what they're doing, or you're initiated, because that's what it is, you're being trained by someone who's done this for some time, okay, then you are getting on that bike with training wheels and they're still behind you. So you have the training wheels and you have them kind of like your mom and dad when you first learned how to ride the bike, how they stood behind you. Remember that? That's what a high priest is, a high priest, a grandmaster, whatever you want to call them. That's how your teacher, your spiritual teacher, that's how they teach you. If you are going on Google to learn stuff, you're going to mess yourself up. I'm telling you this right now. Even when you read books, somebody try to read me down and say, "Girl, I read Raymond Buckland. So I don't need to go on YouTube to find." Y'all read my comments. Go look at one of my comments. Some girl said that. And I said, "Miss Thing, you got a lot to learn." Because in those books, he don't tell you everything you need to know. Raymond Buckley and all those other people, they don't tell you everything you need to know, because then you wouldn't have to go to their books no more for information. You could simply just do that work, learn your own stuff, and never have to go to them for advice again, because the spirits will come in and tell you what you need to do. So they're not going to tell you everything. They're not going to say, yeah, to activate the herbs, you can put it in the sunlight for a few days. Yeah, to activate the herbs, you're going to soak it in water and then you're going to let it air dry for a few days. Then you use it. Like, they're not going to tell you that shit, girl. Stop it. Come on. Yes. Be happy, honey. Yes, honey. So you tried something and you're happy on the outcome so far. You were curious about that, and the intrico spirit ordered it, used it, and up walking outside falling, and I dare hit my car. I realized what it was. Wait, say that again. Curious about you were curious about the tranquil spirit, and you ordered it. You ordered it. You ordered it to hit your car. Oh wait, I don't get that. Type it again, cat. Yes, yes, it is. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, Kat, I'm telling you, a lot of my clients have come to me for self inflicted stuff. And a lot of my clients will also, that's why when I talk to them, that's why we do the consultation. I have to know your emotional state of mind before we do the work. So a lot of people want to email their situation. Then when you say sending me the feed, and they're like, "What? I got to send the feed?" Of course, because girl, I got to connect with you, and that's energy. But either way, I won't go into that. Some people have come to me. They say, "Yeah, I went to other spiritualists for this work, and it didn't manifest." And the first thing I ask them is, did they give you work to do on your end? And if they say no, then I would tell them, okay, you come to the right place. If they say yes, but it didn't work, typically, because sometimes they didn't know what they were talking about, so of course they weren't, but typically the people gave up. Like I think one of my people did, and I won't say no name because they actually owe me. It's an IOU on them. And Spirit actually reminded me of that today. So I'm gonna send them an email, honey. They owe me an IOU, honey. They actually owe me the IOU since last month, but it just hit me today. And those spirits are about to come and collect if you don't. Everything you did is about to be broken, honey. Okay, I'm just putting it out there, honey. You got to keep it real. So either way, they came to me, and I felt that they were patient, but not really. So I told them to be patient. They appeared to be patient, but like I said, it's been coming up for the past few days that they got impatient and they went to someone else because they want instant gratification. And I always tell people this: if you are doing work on people energetically, everything is energy. If you made a mistake or you go against the grain, you have to work 10 times harder to knock that energy down. So let me give you a good example. If you hit me up for a reading today and I tell you that this could be done within one cycle, if I tell you that, and you wait next week to get the work done without a reading or without another consultation, like you possibly could have, for this next week, you could have been delaying something. You could have been doing other stuff. You could have been focused. You could have got other readings. You could possibly have that energy build up. So when we start that work, you're not going to see results in the first cycle. It might be the full 3 to 6 cycles. And like I said, with this person in particular, I think that's what happened. I think that even while we were doing the work, they were wanting updates. They were checking in on the work. And I told them, you're doing harm to yourself, not me. So that's why I tell you, don't check in on the work. They kept doing it. And then finally, they went about, they did their thing. Like I said, so I think they're seeking other help and they're just creating issues for themselves. You've been dealing with this for a year and now you're making it to where it's going to probably take you it's going to take you a good time to reverse all that energy unless you stop what you're doing now, give it all up, give yourself a cleanse, get a cleanse done, start the work over, and actually pace yourself. Okay, that's all I'm going to say because I can keep going, honey. Yes. 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 All other people's experiences are priceless. All those books are stepping stones. They give you an idea of what is possible. They're not supposed to be the go-to guide. You know, they're not supposed to be the go-to guide of, oh, yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. No, it is your stepping stone. That's where you start from. Then you grasp, you step out, and then you learn more stuff, and then you do more stuff. But like I said, there's people that came to me and they'll say, I'm a self learner. I'm a solitary witch, but they'll ask me for my advice. You're not really solitary, baby. If you're hitting up another witch who's experienced, who don't mind teaching people, and you think that, well, I'm a solitary witch, but I want you to teach me this just to teach me this, think you're not really solitary then, girl. I don't think that's solitary, honey. I think there's something else. That's right. That's right. Come on, Cat V. And that's why I always tell people, go to their spirits. Go to your spirits first. Let your spirits direct you. If something is calling out to you, go to it. Don't be deceived by the glitz and the glam. Everything that glistens is not gold. A lot of people are out here being pyrite and or fake nuggets and or glass crystals. And because they're shimmery and shining, people think that they're authentic spiritual beings, and they're not. That's why people be like, Gary, you guys, Gary, that's why you only get 2 viewers in your channel. That's how I want to keep it. Because when you start getting all those views, you got to watch what you say. If you are a real witch, quote unquote, and you start getting 25,000, 50,000 followers, honey, I would be scared. Honestly, I would probably relocate, make sure I don't have no bills coming to that address. And just, I mean, honestly, and upload at a private location, because once you start getting that many followers and you start disclosing so quote unquote private information, yeah, you're going to start having people watching you. Then they're going to start saying, let's shut this B down. And I even say that too. You know, when people are saying that they're this, that, they're powerful and all that, then why everything about your life is on YouTube and none of these government agencies or these powerful agencies who can use your powerful spiritual self have not utilized you? Can we talk about it? Why has then that not happened? Because they know what you know. They know what you're able of putting out there. And the ones that have the real shit, they shut you down. And you don't want to join in with them. Okay. No tea, no shade. When you don't want to be a part of that stuff, they start trying to shut you down. Okay. Uploaded videos take 8 or 9 hours. They won't upload it all. They take it down. They try to take down a whole damn channel. Then you got people saying, I did it. I did it. Girl, no, you didn't. Girl, they're targeting all the people with the real secrets. You can do your own research. The people that expose the real tea, they're targeting all of them, honey. The ones that I heard talk about the lot of gaggy Candyland stuff, they're not gonna flag those videos. They're not taking those videos down, honey. They're keeping them up because that's entertainment. If they took down all, think about this. If they took down all the fake channels and they took down all the channels that put out the fake information, then the only channels that will be up will be the real channels. And the only information that will be going out will be the real information. Then people will get their hands on the real information and they will use the information, right? And then they will be able to use what they learned on other things, and they will be able to win. And they won't have to be subordinates to people. But because they don't want that, of course, they're going to shut down the ones that are giving power to people and are waking people up. And then the ones that are keeping you asleep, they're going to keep around. Mm-hmm. Pay attention, honey. Why do you think your services and guidance are free? I don't know, Rose. I really don't know. Like, I'm waiting for doctors to offer free. I mean, I know there's medical clinics and stuff that offer free, but they get government funding from something. Nothing is for free. My stepdad would always tell us that nothing is for free. Whatever you give for free, somebody have given it to you. Somebody paid for it. Like those free phones, taxpayers pay for those free phones. No tea, no shade. Taxpayers pay for those free phones. And like I said, when people go do these free clinics, taxpayers are paying for that too. They're getting a grant for that. So I don't know why people think that people's services are free. I don't know. But it's like, honey, show me a free doctor. Show me a real free doctor. How about that? How about that? Oh, okay. Hello. No, we're not talking about no botched surgeon, honey. Okay. You were using the kit. A deer hit your car, fell on my face, and learned that's nothing not to pay with. I went to the priest and repented. Yeah. I think killing of any animal, outside of course cattle, I think that's a little different. I think that killings of any animals like dogs, cats, birds other than chickens and turkeys. And if your delicacy is duck and all the good stuff, I think that it puts a mark on you. But this is why you got to be careful what spirit you work with. That's all I'm gonna say. You got to be careful what spirit you work with, what spirit you reach out to, because you don't know how that's gonna manifest. You don't know what you're doing. YouTubers, they don't tell you all the information, honey. Girl, bye. And a lot, like I said, a lot of them, you go on Google and look up how to do this. You will see exactly what the instructions they give you on those videos. It's exactly what you find on google.com. No tea, no shade. I'm not interested in doing work for somebody who's giving me directions off of Google. That's just me. I never have been into that and never won't be into that, honey. Okay. And these elaborate stories, grandmama, granddaddy, my auntie, my great auntie. And it's like, girl, everybody got a magical story. I'm an ancestor witch. Yeah. But you barely start offering spiritual service at 20 something, 40 something, 50 something. That's a little odd. Hmm. Hmm. Very odd. I don't know. Just something to think about. Like I said, almost every spiritualist that I've encountered on YouTube have a record. And it just amazes me that they didn't do work to prevent themselves from getting that record. And I'm not talking about those group of people that always come from me. I'm talking about people even outside that group I've looked into. It's like that's crazy. They have a history of they have a record. And it's like, so you didn't do magic to get you money to stop you from doing that, but you're on YouTube offering services? Huh. That's a little odd. Because one of them in particular, I won't say no names, but they told me that they went to jail for DUI. And honey, they said that they had one of the highest paid lawyers to get them out, and their record was sponged. But I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, damn, if you were a hereditary witch, didn't you? When your ancestors would have protected you to stop you from even going to jail for DUI? On top of that, when your spirits would have gave you, wouldn't have your spirits would have given you the common sense to not drink and drive? Just something to think about. And then wouldn't there be a spell that would have been done to where your charges would have been dropped without you paying all that money to an attorney? Because I've been in situations where it would have cost me an arm and a leg and it didn't. Because we could talk about we could talk about when I got into my little financial issues, honey. Spirit came through and delivered. And no, I didn't have that much money just sitting around, honey. Okay. Yes, yes, everything you see is from Googling it. Yes, listen, Riverwolf. I used to sit up on YouTube. This is when, okay, this is before 2015, because 2015 is when September 2015 is when I started. Yeah, September 2015 is when I started coming back on YouTube doing videos and stuff. Maybe a little bit before that too, because when I got my breast done, I came on here, and then right before. So probably 2013, I started doing little videos here and there, but I fully came on here about 2015. Um, Before that, I would like sit up and I would do my work over here because I'll be working, managing my people, doing my own work, and then doing my own spiritual stuff. So I'll be going on YouTube and a video will pop up. I'll click on it because it looked interesting. And you have these people with these accents and coming to find out they live like in Idaho and something. And they're like, I live in the Ireland. I live in Ireland. They'll have this fake accent and they're like, girl. And then you ask them about their ancestry. Well, my great great grandfather was from Ireland and they came to America in 1920 something. And it's like, well, how the hell you still got that accent then, sister? Anyway, I'll get up off of that. But I will sit here and I'll listen to their stories, how to get a man. I'll click on it and they'll say, hi, you guys, I'm coming back with a spell that I learned from my nana. And y'all, my nana used to help women. I seen women come in and out of her house. So I know that this worked and it worked, y'all. I did this with my sister. My sister was in an abusive relationship. Her husband left her. She needed a man to help her take care of those kids, y'all. I did a spell for her, and she got her man, and he looked like Fabio, y'all. And then she started getting into the story, or the supplies, and I put in Google how to get a man using, and I'll put in the ingredients that they're giving out, and boom, 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 there'll be like 3 different groups that'll pop up or 3 different websites. And you click on the sites, they all have free spells on it. And I'm like, would I be shady to send this video to this damn site owner and say, you have people on YouTube using your instructions saying they learned it from their grandma, because your grandma spells ain't gonna be on google.com. No tea, no shade, because the stuff I learned from my people ain't on Google. It might be in a book somewhere, but I'm sure you're not gonna find it in America, and it's not gonna be in English. But you can't find on Google, because I've Googled stuff that I've learned from people that have been in this for a long time. You're not gonna find it at all. I've even seen watered down shit like, what? How does that make sense? Because the original spell require you to do it at nighttime, at this time because those spirits are active at that time. But why would you do it on a Friday? And I'll try to reason with that. Like, this just defies what I was taught. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, why? And I'll just be over analyzing it. Like, ooh, give myself a headache. Like, I feel like I'm getting out thinking about it. But it's crazy. People do that. And like I said, look at these ones with these larger channels. No tea, no shade. A lot of their spells are on group forums and on google.com. Then look at the ones that are on the smaller channels. Either they are copying these bigger channels and or they're presenting stuff that you're not going to find on the internet. So people take it as, well, I'm not going to do that because there's no resources on it. Girl, bye. You will be amazed, honey. You'll be amazed how much stuff I got on the internet that was not even downloaded a lot of times. Because there's some sites you have to download spells from. You can't just view it. You have to download it into a PDF. And there's things I've downloaded and I've revised it, did my own thing with it, and it worked. Okay. And there's things I found on Google that was exactly how it said you should do it, and it did not work. How about that? Because the things involved, it defied, like I said, the laws. Okay, if it's for free, you better run. If it's free and powerful, you better run. Unless, of course, it's somebody like me that's giving it. Hey, I want to just say thank you, customer appreciation, da 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 da. Because like I said, I'm not a greedy person. I get a lot of people that donate to me and sponsor. They send stuff to me on a regular basis. So I kind of pay it forward. So that's why I offer stuff on deals, because like I said, it's not about money for me all the time. And because they sponsored me, my bills are still paid and I'm able to lose out. Maybe I paid $25 for only 5 of those bottles for being that color. And maybe I spent $100 on the herbs. So practically I sold the oils for 40 and only made probably sold 10 of them $400 and probably only profited 25. I'm okay with that because my bills are still paid. Oh, Miss Cleo, come on. Miss Cleo, yes. Okay, come on, Rose. I guess the spirit forgot to teach you. Yes, you said it right. The spirit didn't give him protection, and the spirit probably didn't. Miss Cleo actually said she was a fake psychic too. That's why I gag when people make references to Miss Cleo. And they say, I want to honor Miss Cleo. I want to honor her. She was a real psychic. And some people say, well, you never got a reading from her, so you don't know if she's real or not. Honey, there's a documentary of Miss Cleo out there. Look it up. She even worked for a company that said that she was not real because they were sued. Look it up. It's public record. She is not real. So if you're saying that, you're delusional. Just like people have the fantasy of doing drugs and getting drunk, and they say they're more spiritually inclined. That's a fantasy. That's a mental illness. If you think you getting high, getting drunk make you more powerful. I'm just saying. I'm not being funny. I'm just saying. There's some mental fantasy issues going on there if you think that, because there's no way that's possible. Those things alter your mind. Anything that alters your brain, I'll say that. Anything. Even inhaling paint. Even inhaling markers, permanent markers, using E6000 glue in a unventilated area, you will start to have mind altering experiences. For you to say, well, when I smell that glue, I get high and spirit come in and tell me what to do. Like, girl, that is a fantasy. Something is not right. And there's no tea, no shade with that. Something is not right, honey. Her accent is funny. And you know what they said? Her accent was fake too. Yes, her accent was fake too. She's not even from Jamaica. If you look up her Wikipedia, it'll tell you where she's from. River Wolf. It'll tell you where Miss Cleo's from, honey. She even have a stereotypical, one of the most stereotypical African American names, honey. Can we talk about it? Her name was Yuri Del Harris. None of those names are Caribbean. Okay. Okay. Let's talk about it, honey. Yuri Del Harris, born August 12th, 1962. Uh-huh. Died July 26th, 2016, was an American television personality. Okay. Bam. She wasn't real. Known as Miss Cleo. So Yuri was her. Her personality disorder was Miss Cleo. A spokeswoman, bam, that's another truth right there. So there's already two truths that people are two lies. How would I say this? It's combating two, these are two truths about fairy tale fantasies that people say are real. A spokeswoman for a psychic pay-per call services from 1997 to 2003. Harris used various aliases, like a lot of these spiritualists do too. Now, we're not talking about nicknames. We're talking about aliases. She used LaShonda Williams, Corvette Mama, Eleanor St. Julian, Desiree Cantor Law, Janet Snyder, Maria Del Campo, Christina Garcia, Cleo Millie Harris. She called herself Cleo Millie, like Nilly Vanilli. Cleo Vanilli, girl, I can't what she was saying. I can't. I can't with you, Miss Thing. And Yuri Paris, girl, she was born in Los Angeles, California, and she died in Florida. Isn't that amazing? Even if you look up what she died from, which is colon cancer, you'll know the spiritual reason behind that. But she was born to she was raised in a Catholic Caribbean family. She attended an all girls boarding school. She married at 19 years old, gave birth to her daughter, and divorced at 21. Girl, I heard that. I know that's right. Okay. She partnered with a theatrical company in Washington, D.C. Oh, there was a lawsuit after that, honey. I won't even go into that, honey. Okay. So she was an actress first, and then she thought of a way. She scammed people. See, right here, you got to pay attention to the scammers. Before she even started being Miss Cleo, she lied and told her cast members that she had bone cancer and that her medical costs would prevent her from paying people immediately. See that right there? See that right there? When you lie about one thing, they lie about everything. I put a curse on you. Girl, bye. You don't, girl, put the curse on your skin so you don't be dehydrated. Matter of fact, put a spell on you so you can get that hair back that's thinning out in the top. How about that? Okay, you putting a spell on somebody's foot, but you can't cure your own damn body. Girl, bye. Okay, come on, honey. In the late 1990s, Harris began to work for Psychic Readers Network under the name Cleo. Yeah, she appeared in infomercials and she claimed she was a mystical shaman from Jamaica. See how right there? My auntie's from Jamaica. My grandpa's from Jamaica. You know, see when they do that right there? I'm from girl bye. There are some real Haitian uh people out there. Matter of fact, I don't think I met any fake spiritualists from Haiti. But when they say they're from Jamaica, I'm kind of questioning, honey. Everybody want to be from Jamaica, huh? Uh-huh. And they also stated that she was born in Trelawney, Jamaica, which was a lie. She said it have coined the title Miss Cleo and sent unsolicited mails, some of which stated Miss Cleo have been authorized to issue you a special tarot reading. Uh-huh. It is vital that you call immediately. Charges of deceptive advertising and fraud on the part of the psychic network began to surface around this time. Can we talk about it? Mm-hmm. In 2001, Access Resources Services, doing business as Psychic Readers Network, was sued in various lawsuits brought up among others like Arkansas, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Missouri, New York, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Florida. Mm-hmm. I'm telling y'all, look it up, honey. Look it up. Her voice was in Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Vice City. She wrote a book called Keeping It Real, a practical guide for spiritual living. That's why she got colon cancer. She was lying about her abilities, honey. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Uh-huh. I want to do a video. I want to do a video too. I want to do a video too. Oh, she was a lesbian too. Damn. No wonder why she was so masculine in energy. She was so masculine in energy, honey. She developed colon cancer, which eventually spread to other organs, and she died from the long-time illness July 26, 2016, at the age of 53. Sad. Will these other spirituals have her exact same fate? Who knows? Ooh, Tasha, your stuff is on fire over here. Tasha, you're doing some stuff you shouldn't be doing, honey. Tasha. I'm not trying to put your tea, girl. You asked me in the room yesterday about your candle. Your candle is still going. Actually, your candle is the only candle that's still lit. And honey, it's going through some cheese right now. See that right there? See that right there, honey? You're doing some tease, girl. Hopefully you're not Tasha, you here, girl? Yes, Tasha. Yes, Tasha. Girl, let me take a picture of it for you right now, too. Let me take your picture, girl. Girl, you doing some things, Tasha. Tasha, girl, you stressing out over there, girl. Tasha, you stressing, honey. Tasha, you stressing, honey. Tasha, you stressing, Mystique. Let me go on and do a little video for you, too. Tasha, you there? There you go. There you go. I have to get it for you, Tasha. That shit is on fire, honey. Yes, your candle, honey. Your candle, girl. It is, girl. I'm gonna see you the pictures. It's flaming up, Tasha. Um, Daya. Okay, let's see. Daya, wait. I got a reading from someone powerful. She said, I'm not in the process of charging people right now. Is that okay? I sent a donation a week later. I got a reading from someone powerful. She said, I'm not in the process of charging people right now. Is that okay? I don't get it. Yes, Miss Cleo is still making money, or somebody who owns her name. I don't know who owns her name, but she still sell Ouija cards and stuff for like $10. She have there's a Miss Cleo tarot card set out there, and they sell it for $10. So somebody's making money off her still. I don't know who, because we all know she was a fraud. I guess everybody didn't get that memo though, because some people still say, "All hell, Miss Cleo." See how people play on people's stupidity, or they try to play you for a fool. See that right there? They try to play you for a fool and be like, I'm a real spiritualist, but yet you're honoring a fake spiritualist. You're honoring, listen, you are an authentic spiritualist that is honoring a person who make people skeptic. She's helped make people skeptical when it comes to paying for spiritual services. But yet you're a real witch, you're a real psychic, you're a real spiritual person. Girl, Miss Thing, I can't. I guess I'm gonna start asking people for birth certificates, honey. Can I see your birth certificate, honey? Okay, no, fine. Okay, someone owns her domain name. I wonder who owns her domain name, Tasha. Somebody owns her rights. She gave you a free reading and you gave her a donation. Yes, that is okay. Because if she had a spirit over her, and I'm gonna tell you why that's okay, Dea. If she had a spirit over her that was lingering, and you came to her for that reading, she gave you that reading for free. You don't know if she told her spirits, I'm gonna give you a free reading, right? I'm gonna give out 10 free readings today to pay off any debt that I owe. You come along, you get your free reading, and then her spirits jump to you and they start sucking shit from you. So by you giving her that donation, you cut your ties. Whatever energy was on her, hopefully it wasn't bad, you're not going to get it. So it's good to do that. Yes. Like I said, I talk about why I give out free readings every now and then, because I get sponsors that pay me. And some of them will say, give out a reading to 2 people if you want to. It is what it is. So that's what I do. Sometimes I use it as also not advertisement, but just telling people, hey, this is what I do. And I'm real, because anybody can say they read tarot, but people got to see your work in progress before they say, okay, you're real. So that's why I have those videos of me doing readings on people. But outside of that, I won't be giving no damn free readings, honey. Because before I do a reading, honey, it costs to prepare myself, honey. Hello, can we talk about it? Before I do each reading, it costs me anywhere from $15 to $30 before I start a reading. That's all I'm gonna say. If I'm lucky to book 3 readings in one day, woo, that's good. And that saves me money too. That saves me money. But it takes about, like I said, $15 to about $25 in the preparation. And each day I do readings too. Each day I do them, it costs that. And I won't go into that, honey. Psychic development class, I talk about those techniques. Physical psychic development class and my tarot playing cards, I kind of talk about that a little bit. or how to interpret playing cards. Yes, that's right. Yes. Oh, Tasha, people be offering. See, a lot of spiritualists talk about you being offered as a sacrifice, but they don't tell you how. They make it seem that somebody like me could say, I can't stand you. I can't stand you, right? Oh, I can't stand you, Miss Thing. Ugh. I'm going to offer you as a sacrifice to Satan. So that way, when you die, you automatically go to him. Nobody has that right. Nobody has that right, honey. You have a free will, and the only person have power over your fate is the Most High. Okay, so nobody has fate to say, I'm going to send you to hell. Bye. You can send yourself to hell, but nobody else can send you there. Let's talk about it. So, like I said, they will say that's what they will allude. And I've seen a lot of spiritualists do that. And that's why I back up. I'm like, ooh, never mind, honey. You were sounding good until you said that part. Because nobody could do that. But people could offer you up, for good example, if they got some work done with some spirits for free, because there is IOUs that people owe to spirits. They've asked spirit to bring them a new house, a new car, a husband, a wife, whatever, and they did not give them anything. They just did workings with these spirits, right? The spirit will then come back and collect. This is why everybody talk about spiritual collection. The spirit will come back and collect, because you can't go without an unpaid IOU when it comes to spirits. You can't do that. Other people, you could probably dodge, run, move away. You can't run from spirit stuff. So what happened is spirit will come back and collect, and you have to offer something up. So people will bargain. People will bargain. There's people that will ask for an extension. There's people that will say, okay, how about I give you 10 of my clients? Okay, sure. And what they do. Hi, y'all. You can call me anytime. The number is 983-99999. Give me a call. I'm always waiting to hear. Bam. Bam. That's a way of offering. The second thing, if they give you that free consultation and they offer to do a cleanse, girl, bah. Now we're talking about a free consultation. This is why you pay. If you pay for a service, they render that service. If it backfires, or in the instance of they're trying to use their spirits to sacrifice you, you're not going to be affected by it because you gave money. So you paid your tithes and offerings. You already paid that. Let's talk about it. But if you got it for free, now you got to be concerned about some stuff. You got to definitely worry. So what they will do is they will tell you, I can tell that you need a cleanse. I feel it. Let's do the cleansing work, and then you call me back and we talk more about the work you need done. You agree to that, because they cannot do something without you agreeing to it. Now, they don't have to tell you what they're doing, but you have to agree to it. You got to become receptive to it, right? And it's kind of similar to when you start going on Google and you start looking up these weird images of things. That's why I tell people, I don't look at links. People send me links. I don't click on links. I don't do that. There's times where people send me stuff. I looked at it, and looking at that weird stuff, weird spirits were coming over me. I was having weird ass dreams. I kid y'all not. True story. True story. People are looking at videos online, going to YouTube, going to other things, and looking at other people live streams on different sites, and spirits were coming. That's why even on my cam sites, I don't look at other people's cams. People be like, go look at that cam. No, thank you, because that person is into animals. No tea, no shave. That person's into animals and or low vibrational beings. I become receptive when I click on that, and my energy is pulled automatically into that. No, thank you. So what they do is, like I said, they will offer you up as a sacrifice. So then you go to them for that work. And what happened? The spirit takes you on. They will have you think they're doing work on you. And what ended up happening is that spirit starts sucking you dry. And then you're like, girl, I was sick, girl, or I threw up. And a spirit will lie and say, well, we're connected. We're tied. Because that happens too. Where you're like, I was feeling sick for 3 days. And the spirit says, me too. And they'll say, well, now we're connected. No, Miss Thing. That was spirit. She purified herself. That demon cut her ties and gave you that possession. So that's why y'all were sick at the same damn time, girl. Don't play. But like I said, they're not going to tell you that, because they want you to keep them back for that money. They don't want you to get your own healing. They don't want you to gain your own power. And that's why, like I said, I have my enemies, because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing, honey. These demons are using them. They think they're running these demons. You're not running those demons. You think you're running, and you're not. They are running you. They got your ass. I see it every time you talk. I see it by when I used to look at your videos, because I stopped as I obey my spirits and I obey the Most High. I stopped watching you, and I told people to stop sending your videos and stuff. And the people who did, they got blocked. Because, like I said, I don't want that energy up over here. And it's not about that you have power over me, but it's just that I don't want to get down there with the pigs and shit, girl. Let me stay over here. Let those demons devour them, honey. Okay. And if you watch that shit, you're going to get devoured too. It is what it is. No tea, no shade. So either way, like I said, they were off you up at sacrifice, honey. So you got to know what you're getting yourself into. A lot of people jump room to room, counter to counter, person to person, and that's why their life is fucked up. Going into one of the girls I did work for, that's why everything in her life flipped upside down, and she was going through a lot of stuff because she was coming in my room. She was coming to me to do casework. When she didn't have money to pay for a reading, she went to another spiritualist, let them give her a reading. Then she went to another spiritualist. So she was jumping from spiritualist to spiritualist to spiritualist to spiritualist. Even off the top of my head, she named 4 spiritualists that offer free readings. So I'm like, I know she get readings from these 4 people who does different types of magic. And ain't no telling what spirits are on them. So you're jumping. Then you're coming back to me talking about your work didn't manifest. Well, duh, B, it's not going to manifest because you're not doing your work. You jumping on Tom, Dick, and Harry's tea, honey, and they spirits are sucking what is coming to you. Your blessings that is coming to you, they're benefiting from it. So that's why you look at them and they come back and say, I got a new purse, y'all. Y'all, I just bought me a new house, y'all. Y'all, guess what, y'all? I was blessed to be honored. They paid for all expense paid trip to Paris. Of course. That's why your shit didn't come through, because you got that free reading and the spirit sucked your shit. Let's not be desperate and thirsty, honey. Same thing when you be thirsty for the D or that V, you end up getting a SD, you end up getting a damn STD. Okay, when you're thirsty for that D or that V, you will end up getting a damn STD. Okay, Google it. How about that? Or take my sex magic class and I'll tell you exactly what that is, girl. So it's like, girl, bye. People think they cheating themselves, honey. Oh yeah, people do too. Yes. IOU stand for that. I owe you. I owe you. They saying they owe me. Get it? I owe you. Now, of course, AEIOU is vowels. Now, in certain type of magic, you don't use vowels for a reason, and I won't cut it. I won't touch on that because that's for that's for the advanced stuff. Certain magical practices, you don't use the vowels in your works. You know, let's talk about certain sigils when it comes down to basic sigil making, or depend on who's teaching you how to make sigils. How you know what path they're on is when they tell you get rid of the vowels. Yes, certain magic you don't use vowels. That's why certain languages vowels are even differently. Some languages B's are vowels. Some languages G is a vowel. Some languages T is a vowel. You know, like I said, there's different T's that I won't go into that. I won't go into that. You know, I won't go into that, honey. I don't share all my secrets. But anyway, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There you go. There you go, Dare. Dare, you said you watched this guy give a reading to everyone in the chat, and he told all of the women that during the reading that he would offer his spirits to cleanse and something for them. See what I mean? And not to wear black. And you know why? See that right there? See that right there, Dare? See that? See, people don't think of that. That's why they say be careful. There's a lot of sheep's in wolf's clothing, but let people tell it, I'm the bad one. Honey, there's a bone in my body for evil if you fuck with me. That's it. You come up against me and my family, baby girl, I will go for blood. Other than that, I'm not here to hurt people. I'm not here to trick people. I'm not here to betray people. I'm not here to get over on people, girl. I was an escort. Girl, I'm a cam model. Girl, I get opportunities almost every day to make a lot of money to where I don't even have to do shows. Girl, I can go hide somewhere. But I choose not to do that because I know that the money that's attached to that is not good money. So my soul is not worth anything that is attainable on this planet. And I want you to understand that. My soul is not worth any money that comes into this earth. My soul is not worth that. It's worth way more than that. Okay. So I will not sell out for millions of dollars, thousands of dollars, trillions of dollars, or billions of dollars. And unfortunately, a lot of people will. They will sell out. And that's why they're sick. That's why they're struggling. And that's why everything they do will always die. It will always decay. And you look at their skin and you look at their face, you will know. You go look online. People talk about it. How you know someone sold out and gave up their soul for stupid stuff and it's not signing your name in blood with Satan. You know, that's what they want you to think. They want everything to be magical and spiritual like that. Girl, bye. Girl, when you give up your free will voluntarily and you sell out for things, well, me getting some D is worth more than my soul. Guess what happened? You end up getting the STD. You end up getting AIDS. And when I say STD, I mean a terminal one, not something that can be cured. When you say that my life, me getting some D is worth more than my soul, okay, watch what comes and happens. Watch how that happened. Then you want to sit around and say, "Oh my God, y'all, my life has been turned to the." No, honey, you made a pact. You sold your soul. You gave up yourself for that. When people sit here and they get started in, "Oh girl, I'm never going to be done with this debt." Oh my God. Oh my God, the interest is 1% every day. Oh shit, I'm never going to get out this debt, y'all. That was you agreed to that too. That's something, like I said, you thought that your soul was way more important, less important than that you did. And that's why you stuck with that debt. And I won't go too far into that because, like I said, that can turn into a whole bunch of other tea, go into other video topics and all that good stuff. But you just got to be mindful and be cautious with who you're dealing with, honey. And stop going by the glitz and the glam and you know what some people are saying, spiritual seduction. Spiritual seduction don't always show breasts. Spiritual seduction don't always show their bulges or shake their penis around. Okay, that's not spiritual seduction. Spiritual seduction is also somebody coming off as if they know every damn thing, and you look at their life, girl, they know nothing at all. Because they knew everything, they wouldn't be a single mother. They knew everything, they wouldn't have a criminal record. They knew everything, they'll be living a better life. Okay, you're close to being a retiring age. You should be able to do so if you live an authentic, truthful, loving life. And that's no cutting. I'm just speaking my truth. If someone who is spiritually inclined, your spirits talk to you. So your spirits didn't tell you how to save up and invest, so that way when you got older, you wouldn't be taken care of. But you had the spiritual gift since you were 4 years old. So what? So spirit is telling you about other people, but not yourself. Do you think about how stupid that sounds? I mean, how stupid did that sound? Really? You're sick. You've been through stuff to where you got sick, and spirits didn't teach you how to heal your own body. But you're on YouTube offering healing services for people. But spirit didn't tell you how to heal your own body. I mean, I'm stuck on that. Like I don't know how that's possible. I really don't. I don't. I mean, I want someone to really, break that down. No one has ever explained that to me. How's that possible? How is it that you're so spiritual and you've been this way for 30 plus years, and yet, 30 plus years later, you're playing with the pigs, literally and metaphorically. I don't understand that. Because as spirituals, you have a right, and you have an assignment. You're supposed to lead people into the promised land, quote unquote. You can't lead people who are gods and goddesses if you don't have a crown your damn self. What I look like listening to a peasant, and I'm not saying it's like people out there are beneath me. I'm saying if I was royalty, I am royalty, but if I was like, in England, Queen of England, what she look like sitting here taking guidance and orders from a damn servant? Girl, really? And that's what these spirituals are, honey. A lot of you people are queens and kings, honey, and you're powerful and don't even know it. And you let these people that are beneath you let these pigs, these hybrids, spiritual contaminants, honey. Read the Bible, it talks about it. Androgynous spirits, and androgynous is not always feminine features and masculine features. It also goes into a mixture of energies, and you have these spirits that are very androgynous, not on the good side but the bad side, honey, and they're tainted, and they're out here leading you to the sick water, and you think it's fresh water because they out here tricking you. The lady in red. Y'all, it's so healthy over here, honey. What that movie? There was a movie I used to see. Oh my God, there was a movie of facial cream, and they had mercury they had mercury in this cream, and the people put these ointments on their face. I think Silverstone, not Silverstone. Shit. Oh God, one of my favorite actresses, Sharon Stone, I think is in this movie. They put cream on their face. Everybody was so gorgeous. People are so beautiful, right? Then somebody went undercover, found out what ingredients they were putting inside of the elixirs, right? The guy found out the key ingredients, reversed it somehow, and everybody who used the cream, including the leader, started to decay, and their face was looking weird as hell, and it was disgusting. They were starting to transform into some weird stuff. And that's how it is spiritually. These people will give the illusion that come here is fresh water. Come here, the flowers are fresh, but yet they're sick. How are you leading me to fresh water and a healing, a word of healing, and yet you're sick? You're decaying. You're withered down. Show me your life. If you really are doing what you say you're doing, show us a little bit of your life. Show us. Just give us a little, just give us those of us who don't have spiritual gifts, let us get a physical insight. Because those of us who do got spiritual gifts, we know what the bullshit is. We already know the bullshit. That's why we don't fuck with you. We already know the tea. But for those of us that don't see through our spiritual eye, let us see physically that you got that house through legal means, that you're paying taxes on the property and it's your property. That's just an example I'm using. Show us that you actually got a business and not an LLC. There's no cutting on that. I'm just saying though, I know a lot of people that got LLCs that were con artists. Girl, come on now. And they changed the name 50 million times in the past 2 years. And they're not spiritual, they're other people. So either way, it's like, girl, bye. You got to know what you're getting into, honey. Like I said, honey, show me your life. Okay. You 50 years old. You've been with a man for your whole damn life. Y'all living lavishly. Every month we turn around. You're in London. You're in England. And we know that you have a secure job. Those are the ones that I want doing some work for me. If they're sitting there saying they've been doing it for 30 years. Now, if you've been saying you've been doing this for 30 years and your grandma was a powerful witch and your sister was a powerful witch, your mom was a powerful witch, and they knew all this, and you've been doing this shit for 30 years and you got nothing but a broke down farm that has poisoned soil all around it, you trying to hold your hair up, you can't afford to get a nice hairdresser for your hair, and or you can't afford to get a nice dermatologist for your skin, and or you don't know how to do your own research, and or go to school to learn what herbs to use to reverse and or stop certain things from happening, then it's like, why the hell am I going to reach out to you, do some work to you, girl, or do some work with you, or let you do work for me? What the hell? What I look like doing that? Like, girl, if I'm 20 and you're 50 and you can tell me that you're going to help me get my life together, and I'm looking at your life at 50 and what you got, I see myself having that in 1 year, baby girl, I'm keeping it moving. I'm keeping it moving, Miss Thing. Because, girl, no tea, no shade. With age comes wisdom, and with wisdom comes a lot of things. Okay. Now, sometimes we do fall short from the glory of the Most High, because some of us, we don't listen. We let the wrong people lead us. But if you're claiming to be a leader and, like I said, you're still down there playing in the mud, sister, brother, then it's like, girl, you're lying. You're a liar. You're a liar, honey. Everything that comes out you is a damn lie. Your tongue's a lie. Your face is a lie. Your nose is a lie. Your hair is a lie. Your life is a lie. And nothing in you, ain't no truth in you, honey. Is that, no, that's not the movie Catwoman. No, it's not, Little Mer. No, it's not. Wait, is it Little Mer? No, it's not Catwoman. No, it's not. No, it's not. It was a beauty company, Little Mer. It was like a beauty company. This woman basically, was it Catwoman? Oh my God, it probably was. I don't remember. This woman came out with an ingredients to keep people young, youthful, and beautiful. And people were trying to say there's something in it. And she didn't want to disclose the ingredients. She said it's a secret ingredient. That's all I remember. And she was in an oval, not an oval office, an office with glass. And there was like security clearances to get in. And a guy finally got in. He figured what was in it. And I think it was mercury. And once he figured out, honey, everybody start aging. Everybody start aging, honey. She was like, oh God, I'm going to figure that movie out, honey. I'm going to tell you the name of that damn movie, honey. That's right, honey. I don't listen. I don't do people that pray for me, honey. Ancient Greeks and Roman alphabet V and Y are considered vowels. We learned we learned in phonics class, and they took phonics penmanship out of the school curriculum. Exactly. Another reason too, in school they taught you the vowels A-E-I-O-U, right? Because remember, school, you're born a magician naturally. Everybody's born with a spiritual gift naturally. But by going through the school system and by going, and I did homeschooling, by the way, in high school. I went to ninth grade in public school, and 10th, 11th, 12th. I went in and I learned myself. Let's talk about I self taught myself, and I graduated at the head of my class. Look it up. Oh, by the way, um they taught us vowels because see, if you didn't learn vowels and you didn't learn how to say things correctly and you didn't learn how to write things correctly, you would probably be casting spells every time you turn around. Can we talk about it? You'd probably be casting spells every time you turn around. And then when you're a kid, they teach you how to spell, right? And then they'll tell you cursing is using the Lord's name in vain, and or don't curse unless you're an adult, right? But we all took that literally, not thinking about it metaphysically and or the reason behind that. But like I said, vows, when it comes to magic, certain types of magic you don't use vows. So you don't say, you know, be you, it's other things involved. Even going into some movies, I watched some movies and they did not have vowels in the lettering of the movie. Like, it was a mythical movie, and I won't say the name of the movies. If y'all know these movies, note it to yourself. I won't say the name of these movies because I don't want to cover no tea, honey. But they had names in the um in the movie, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, is that Yugoslavian? Is that Czech language? Is that Gaelic? Is that Spanish? Is that Latin? What language is that? And then I start writing down the name on a piece of paper. Then I start adding vowels in it, and I'm like, wait a minute. They're trying to. They're secretly telling us that the stuff that they're talking about is in Scotland and in North Africa. But they took out the vowels, they combined the words together, and that's what they made it seem like it was a whole nother language, like it was some secret stuff going on. And it was a whole nother language because they were magically using that to embed into some people's head. And I won't go into too much neither, but there's a lot of stuff that's been happening lately in the news. And if you look back at certain stuff publicly that was discussed, on a public level, you add in or take out, you will get the names that are being used and the things that are coming up. And like I said, I won't go into that. So that's how a lot of people also predict future events without knowing it subconsciously, because remember, your subconscious mind recognizes symbols, and it knows what things should be put in. So if you put but backwards, your body, your mind will still know what that word is. If you took out certain words and only put T and then substituted 3 for all the other words, your mind, or the mind that is trained, would know what those words still are. Look it up. I'm telling y'all, it's amazing. And they were putting that shit on Facebook too a little bit. Remember, they were reversing letters and taking letters out, and they were saying it's amazing if you could read this backwards. Girl, they're putting it right in front of your damn face, and some people didn't catch on to the T. Some people didn't catch on to the T, and some people are just like, well, you know what? I see what they're doing. That's cute. Or they'll say, my mind is powerful because I read that backwards. Now read this backwards. Let me write something for you so you can read it backwards and see how powerful your brain is. Let's train. Let's see how strong your subconscious mind really is. Okay, let's talk about it. Maybe I'll do a linguistic and or phonetic. No, plan. Let me stop. Let me stop, honey. Hogs play in the mud. Come on, little. Come on, Tasha. Tasha, you must like pork. Nasty ass. That's right. Joseph, Abraham's son, to interpret that dreams, and Joseph predicted the wheat drought. He was a slave and then became number 2 in Egypt. Come on, honey. Come on, honey. Come on, honey. Come on. Come on, Tasha. I don't think that was the movie. Catwoman's friend used the cream and was hospitalized. So wait a minute. So wait a minute. So wait a minute. So wait a minute. Let me ask you this though. So when did Catwoman come out? You might be right, Little Mer. You might be right. You might be right. The whole moral of me saying that though was that made me think about people that will give you the illusion. I don't know. I've even bought products that I thought was real and kind of found out it was fake. Girl, can we talk about it? Like that's why I stopped buying perfumes on the streets. I used to go to Walmart. I used to go to other stores. These places would go to Dollar Tree. They would buy these Dollar Tree makeups like Jordache and Britney Spears Circus. They would buy the cheap version. Y'all know what I'm saying? They would change the boxing, make the boxing very similar to Britney Spears perfume, and then they'll sell it for $10. And you're like, this is cheap. And then you go to Dollar Tree and you're like, wait a minute, don't this kind of the what? Wait a minute. And then you buy the Dollar Tree bottle, you go home, you take that perfume bottle, you spray them, and you're like, this smells the exact same way. And then when you confront the people in the parking lot, because they'll be in these cars traveling, going to Walmart, going to Dollar Tree. Ooh, they thought they were so sneaky. Walmart, McDonald's, and you confront them, because I know this happened to me in 2008. When you confront them and say, wait a minute, I went to Dollar Tree and bought this perfume and it smelled just like this. Then they'll try to be like, well, we might have the same suppliers, but our company is not the same company. And you're like, well, what is your company number? Well, we don't have that information because I work for someone who worked for someone who worked for someone. And you're like, what? Well, how do you get paid? Well, we get paid by cash and we go to like a location. Sometimes it's in Sacramento, sometimes in Modesto, and they meet up and they pay there. And I'm like, so you don't know the boss's number? No, I just know the guy that I work for. And then the guy I work for say he works for somebody, and then they work for somebody. And it's like, girl, bye. Girl, y'all went to Dollar Tree. Y'all got some boxes. And sometimes they didn't have a box for the perfumes and cologne, girl. They had just the bottles. They had the bottles in this duffel bag. And they're like, this is don't this smell better? And they'll spray for you. You're like, damn, that do smell good. Girl, bye. Girl, I wanted to molly wop. Matter of fact, that's how I ended up dating one of these guys for like 2 months, honey. But he was a con artist, girl. I have to let him go, honey. He ended up going to jail too, actually. Girl, yes, in Oakland, honey. Girl, let me tell you about that story, girl. hmm I won't tell you about that story now, but I'll tell you about that story, honey, because that was some tea there, girl. He was cute too. He said he was going to school to be a doctor and all that, girl. He claimed he was going to go be a doctor. That's why he was selling those perfumes and colognes, honey. And I said, Miss Thing, hmm, what kind of doctor you gonna be? The scamming doctor? Okay. Okay, there you go. Okay, well that's truth. And I watched that movie. I love that movie. There you go. There you go. There you go. And the movie The Covenant is exactly now that movie has some tea up in it. And you see how it talks about bloodlines and how they didn't know until they became of age. Like that's almost every story in the bloodline. Now you got these witches that are claimed to be hereditary witches, and they're sitting there saying, when I was 3 years old, I saw my daddy and mama use magic or my grandma use magic. Like, girl, bye. Then why in these movies? Why are they depicting that these people didn't know they were a witch until they were put into a situation? And that's why I always tell people, sometimes that stuff skip generation. Now let the fake people tell it. It doesn't skip like that. If you like, either your mom was a witch or your grandma's a witch. I don't think it's always like that. I think sometimes your great grandparents could be a witch, or your great 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 grandparents could be a witch, and they could try to bury that shit, and you unlock that shit. I believe that. I think that genes could remain dormanted, and I think that, or dormatted. Maybe I said it right, dormanted, and I think that certain genes could awaken. Kind of like going into how a good example, your grandmama could be white and your grandfather could be Ethiopian, and then the parents come out biracial, light skinned, and then the kids come out dark skinned, right? And then the next generation come out dark skinned, and then that fourth generation, the kids come out with blonde hair, blue eyes. And you're like, how is that possible for these black people to have a white looking baby? Well, girl, one of those people's great great grandparents was a white woman, and that gene remained dormanted for those generations, and then something unlocked that. That's how I feel with magic too. Some people are just, they're meant to lead, some people are meant to follow. And just because, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't think that, you know, everybody, oh, my grandma, girl, bye. You're following people. Now you're going by the stories that these wannabe spiritualists say. So that's how I know you're a little fake. because I never seen no books open. I seen Bibles in houses that I grew up in and all the stuff, but they never sat down and said, "Let me burn a candle, sweetie." No, no, I've never seen that. No, no, no. We've heard stories. Yeah, people told stories about ghosts and spirits, and I had an auntie who interpreted and astral projected and all that. But we didn't hear stories about her using candles and all this other shit because she probably didn't share that with people. People probably didn't see her do that. Can we talk about it? So you sound dumb as hell sitting there talking about, I see my grandma. Okay, girl, then why the hell you on YouTube trying to get clients then? Wouldn't you be in Egypt by now doing your works? Wouldn't you be in like other parts of the world doing your work now? Why are you still stuck and confined to your four walls in the middle of nowhere? On YouTube and Facebook groups begging people for work or begging people to do their work. I mean, really, I really want to know the answers if that is true. If that is true, and if you saw her do these workings and she taught you these workings, then why you didn't apply them to your own life? Why are you not a successful business owner prior to offering spiritual services? Why were you not a retired nurse who was making $80,000 a year and decided to settle into offering spiritual services? Why were you not a successful doctor making a certain amount of money a year, then decided to settle into spiritual services? I mean, that's what I would think a real witch would do if that's really what she wanted to do. I mean, that's what I would think because I'm probably speaking from my own experiences, how I had student loans, up in the few thousands of dollars. I won't say few, quite a few thousands of dollars, girl. And I gave that all up to come out here and teach spiritual stuff, girl. Can we talk about that, honey? Giving up escort and shit, making all that money, $500 a client, girl, to come out here and help people for a few $100s to get their life back together. Like that's type of stories I like to hear. I would like to hear about, well, my grandmother taught me witchcraft. Okay, girl. But up until this point, you've been broke in the system and ain't got nothing to show for it. Girl, I don't understand. Yes, I love the covenant though. And magic, like I said, when you use magic, it ages you. When you use it correctly, you're in tune with the Mother Earth and it beautifies you and it keeps you young. Yes, honey. What I want to know is, well, I don't want to know that because I can see that for myself. But I encourage you, for those of you who are out here being spiritualists and that are claiming that they're spiritualists, I encourage you to look at their old videos from several years ago and see if they've aged in the past years, and see also if they have aged, how have they aged? Because, like I said, I can think off the top of my head right now possibly two spiritualists. One is a white woman, the other one is a mixed woman who's been doing YouTube videos for a while about spirituality, and they've been doing casework too that long. And one of them looked like she's not even aged, not even one damn day. Her hair looks the same. Her skin looks the same. It looked like she's a little more open now, though. She doesn't look as shy, and I won't say her name, but she's not as shy as she was a few years ago. And then the white woman, she still looked the same. She still has the same energy. I mean, I'm convinced it's her twin. I don't know yet. I mean, that's what I'm trying to pull up spiritually, but I'm not getting that. But I'm hoping that that's her damn twin, because if not, I'm about ready to hit her up and say, "Can you donate me some of your blood?" No, I'm like, because she have not aged at all. Like for real. Like you see her weight go up and down throughout the years, but you don't see like, damn, sis, and you don't see that she's done any work neither. Like you could see, you could see minor adjustments. Like you're gonna see minor things like crow's feet and lines around the mouth. That's normal. But to go into the other stuff and the pigmentation changing and deep inset wrinkles on the cheeks and stuff, that's something else, honey. And the hair thinning out and all that, that's something else, honey. Teeth falling out, that's something else. But like I said, I encourage you to look at these spiritualists, honey, who do look like that. And that's called abusing of the divine power. You have a free will to use your energy the way you want to use it. And if you spend your energy instead of investing your energy, you will be ultimately paying the price in the end. Okay. When you invest your energy, it comes back to you. And what you put out, hopefully you're putting out good intention, and that energy is going to come up and slap you all up, honey. When you're sick, it's going to cure you. When you're aging, it's going to keep you young. When you're going through financial problems, that's going to creep in and cover those bills. Can we talk about it? Can we talk about the spirit, honey? Can we talk about that spirit? As Lachey used to always say, always make sure your spiritual storage is prayed up. Okay, always stay prayed up and make sure your spiritual storage is filled. So just in case you cannot pray, honey, one day you probably won't be able to pray, and all that praying you did before come back and catch up to you. And that's exactly what it's like when you do work and honest work. When you're offering work for people and you're doing real work for these people and you're giving them the all, their all, you're putting your all into it as if that is you fighting for yourself. When that energy manifests, honey, it's gonna come back, it's gonna bless you too. But if you're saying, I just want to do this because I need a quick $100, I need a quick $30, I need a quick $20, and I don't care about doing the work, I'm just gonna collect the money. You're gonna see it because you're gonna see their face start to age, honey. Those spirits are gonna come back and start sucking the life out of them, honey. You're gonna see their body start crazing up. Y'all, magic aging, girl. My face is looking crazy, girl. Magic, magic. Girl, bye. Of course. Of course. Do your research, Kat. You'll see it. Do your research, girl. You will see it, girl. You will gag, Kat. Trust me, you will gag off the stuff that's out there and the people that are trying to deliver it, or the people that's trying to act like they've been touched by an angel. And it's like, girl, bye. You got to pay attention to what they're not saying. Stay prayed up, honey. Keep those candles lit. How about that? You know, jealousy is real. Anyway, good morning, EPEX. How are you? I am about to go, y'all. I was supposed to only be in here until 1 o'clock, and I've been here for an extra hour, and that's fine. Because, of course, I'm talking with my people, but I have to go. I kind of talked a little too much. I'm trying to recover my voice still. It's still recovering. It's still recovering. But, yeah. I'll see you guys in the next video, as always, honey. And I hope you guys are blessed and well and manifesting. I was going to say masturbating. Girl, what is going on, honey? Okay. What is going on? Somebody doing some sex work on me? Let me stop. Good night, EPEG, honey. Yes, honey. Sorry that you came just right now, honey. But listen, of course, we'll have a chance to see each other again. As always, check out the blog spot. Great deals. Some great things are going on, honey. And of course, I'm preparing y'all for the up and coming months. See, when it comes down to offering certain classes and doing certain things, there's a reason for it, honey. And for those of you who bought past products and joined past classes, you know exactly why. You're like, oh, this all go hand in hand. Exactly. That's all it's in the spirit, honey. Okay. But anyway, check out the blogspot, 28spirit8mystic8.blogspot.com. If you have any questions about the products you would like to purchase, 28spirit8mystic8@gmail.com. Please do not email me with your concerns outside of that, or else I will ignore you. Because like I said before, I always tell people, check out the blogspot first. There's an area where it talks about consultation. If you want to discuss your problems, we can go there. The email directly is for people who have questions about products or purchasing, and not, I want to say this, I'm in too good of a mood, so that's why I kind of slipped my mind. Hello. Okay, because spring equinox have been good to us. Has it been good to y'all? I hope it have. I got an email from someone today, and they were like asking, I felt a self-explanatory question. And like I said, I'm starting to think they're starting to be a little bit of a troll. And this is no tea, no shade, but I'm like 2.5 seconds from blocking the asses, even in my live chats. Like, I kid you not. I'm about ready to email my moderators and say, when you see this person, just automatically block the ass. Because I got an email from them and they were like, I'm confused on how to do this. Can you walk me through the steps? And it's like, honey, the video that was posted showed you. It showed where to go. Even when you just go straight to the site, it take you to that page. When you go to 28spirit8mystic8.blogspot.com, it takes you to that first page. You don't even got to click on nothing. Scroll down, click on a new purchase. But they were like, can you walk me through how to purchase it? I'm confused on where to send anything to and purchase. Girl, the tab is there. How you purchase the reading, that's how you do. And it hit me today too that when they purchased their reading, it took them 3 weeks to purchase that reading. For 3 weeks, we went back and forth Please don't ask me why I went back and forth for 3 weeks with this person, because I even thought to myself, like, we were really emailing for 3 weeks before they actually purchased that damn reading, acting like they didn't have. Oh, I'm confused. I don't know what to press. I think I pressed the wrong thing. Oh, and I think even for like a week, they were saying that they actually bought the item and they were trying to fight with me. Like, I paid for it and I'm about to contact PayPal to get my money back. I said, well, contact PayPal because you didn't send me that money. And I checked both of my emails, my spiritual email, the email that people think is connected to the PayPal, which is not, and my regular email. There was nothing in it. And then finally it went through after I told her I'm about to block you. Then all of a sudden she say, oh, did she get it? Of course. After I threatened to block your ass, I got it. See how that worked? So now she's starting that back up. So like I said, she's about to get blocked. I don't got time for that girl. I'm in too good of a mood. I'm here to help people that want to be healed. If you want to see her play games and, act like you're interested in work just in hopes to be my friend, we ain't never going to be friends because I don't like users. I don't like liars. I don't like thieves. And I don't like users. Those are 3 things to get your ass blocked, banned, and to get me to not talk to you on a business level or personal level. Using, lying, and cheating. Don't do it. Keep it real all the time. Keep it honest all the time. If you don't got it, you don't got it. But to lie and say, oh, something came up and I'll say, girl, bye. I'm a spiritualist, girl. I know you're lying. Oh, girl, I hit you up and then I got evicted the next day. So I have to save up money to get me a new place. So that's why I didn't get back to you. But when I get back on my feet, I'll get services. Girl, bye. Spirit already showed me what you're doing, girl. You got that reading done for me, that consultation done for me. Then you went to another spiritualist or you thought to yourself, I can do my own work because she gave me the reading on what I need done and I'm going to do that. And instead of you sending me the email back to tell me that, I had to email you back. And then you decide to email me with this fake ass story, which is good, girl. That's what I said. If people ever work for me, you can. Why do people think they can lie? I always say this. Like, do you not know? Do you think that I just say I'm a spiritualist to say that? Like, this is how I made it so far in my life because I went with my hunch. I went with what spirit showed me. I did not disobey. This is why I made it so far. Living in an area where you're not supposed to make it past the age of 25. And now it's probably 19 because you got people getting killed at freaking 18. People going to prison at 15 in my area. So it's like, do you not know that I know you're lying and I don't have to ask for your permission to do a reading on you? The hell? And I'll say, girl, something came up, girl. I'm sorry, girl. I totally forgot. No, you didn't, girl. No, you didn't. No, you didn't, bitch. No, you didn't, girl. You were out there getting free readings and or trying to get work done by other people, girl. And that's why you don't got no more money, girl. Or better yet, the man that you're trying to do spiritual work on, that's the man that came to you and asked you to get you some money. He said, can I borrow some money, baby? And you supposed to be paying me that money for your case work. And you decide to give them that money. But you're going to lie and say, girl, something came up. Girl, there's an extra expense I have to pay. Girl, bye. Bitch, please. Girl, bye. Uh-huh. And I will tell you that you're lying too, girl. Now, I've been nice. I've not been saying that in the past few months, because that's not really my business. I've been respectful. Like, girl, let me not tell them that. But, honey, like I said, girl, don't test me after the 17th, honey. I'm going to call you a liar and block you. Okay? You don't got the coin for the services, just say that. If you don't have the time, say that. If you're, whatever, just keep it real. Be real. I respect people that's real. I respect people that are honest. Don't lie to try to make me feel good because you would get red. No, I'm playing. But yeah, let me go, y'all. Love and light, peace and blessings. Hey, hey. Happy spring solstice. Hey, hey, hey. Yes, honey. Let me tell y'all what energies. Can we go over the energies that's come on, let me grab my calendar, my little book that River Wolf sent me. My witch's almanac. Can I get that book? Where the hell I put it at? Ooh. Uh-oh. I don't know where I put it at. That book has been everywhere. It might even be in my car still. Oh. Okay. So let's see what energies is coming in today and for tomorrow. Can we see the energies coming in for today or tomorrow? Let's go. Okay. Today is, if you're still over here, it is Tuesday the 20th, right? We got that Taurus energy and that Aries energy at 12:15. Um, mm, what entered? I think that's the sun. The sun entered into the sun. Yes, the sun entered into Aries at 12:15 p.m. today. Ooh, girl, that explains why I was so kind of lazy. The colors for today was actually maroon, honey. Yes, honey. And happy International Astrology Day. Yes. Happy International Astrology Day, everybody. Ow, 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 ow. National Astrology. International Astrology Day. National Astrology, National or International Astrology Day. Oh, okay. So Wednesday, the 21st, we're dealing with Taurus still. hmm We're still dealing with Taurus. And at 121, Taurus's energy is going to be very high, 121 Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday. And the color that you're going to wear today would be brown. Okay, on the 21st, you wear the color brown. And let's just go into Thursday too, just in case I don't do a video. Mercury retrograde actually starts on Thursday, believe it or not. So get on ready. For those of you out there who've been dealing with Mercury retrograde, let's like, girl, it already started for me, honey. Technical difficulties, me broadcasting, girl, it took 5 hours for that video to upload. Yesterday, the one that I transferred over, and then going into last week, girl, I had like probably 6 videos waiting to be put out, and it did. Yeah, I had to keep restart my phone too. So either way, Thursday, Mercury retrograde does start until April 15th. Too bad, too sad for some of you. hmm Okay, hello. And we still have the moon will be entering into Gemini at 1:30 a.m. Shout out to my Geminis out there. 1:30 a.m. So that'll be 11:30 p.m. Wednesday. Gemini, the moon will enter into Gemini. And also you also have Mercury retrograde will start at 8:19 p.m. And the color to wear tomorrow will be green. I'm gonna tell you this word, dark green. Yes, dark green. So there you go. We got Thursday. We have Jupiter energy coming on through here. We got Gemini coming on through. People that have Gemini in their Jupiter, honey. We know what cup of tea that is, honey. This is very prosperous for you. Can we talk about it? Oh. And then you got Mercury retrograde going on. So if you made any mistakes financially, it's time to repair those things and get that. Now, see, I'm not gonna be giving y'all no damn astrology horoscope, honey. Let me stop that because this that what the channel's about. Okay, I'm leaving that for my fellow YouTubers. But either way, celebrate your Taurus, Aries, and Gemini energies on Thursday. Okay, and it's Thursday the 22nd, so you have 2 and 2. Ow, come out and play with you. No play, y'all. Bye, y'all. Love and light. See, we're so energetic, girl. We're so happy. We're so energetic. I hope y'all had a great spring equinox. Bye for now. Love, peace, and light. Also, Little Mer, you have not added me on Diablo. What is going on? Hello. Okay. Okay, Little Mer, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you to add me on there, honey. Well, I think you add me, but you haven't played me yet. Hello. Bye for now, y'all. Love and light. Love and light.